Okay, this is Steve, coming to you from Port Orchard concrete block that all the yacht clubs meet on and party. And I got MV Deerleap out of Long Beach, just pulled in this afternoon, and I'm just introducing the part of the project that is about as critical as any. I've talked about the various stones that are going to be laid down in the project, from the blue stones, which were a pain in the butt to raise. They kept falling down. They weighed way too much, and I was kind of alone raising them. And I got them up, and then I got to the whetstone phase, and that was all the sharpening and polishing and throwing even whole stones away and getting new ones in and sharpening them. That took a long time, quite a few years. And now we're in the Marrowstone keystone phase, which is where we build the assets, both on the physical side, that would be the yachts and the islands, the whole bicycle approach, bus island, crow's nest, yacht, as well as the digital side. That's the CLE part, Clio, CLE, Content Leveraged Empire. I won't go into all of the details of CL. There's Craigslist in there, Fifth Element, E on the end, CLE. But this is a very, very critical stage of the project where we're really only looking for visionaries, risk takers, venture capitalists, people who put their money in, even when the star attraction, the horse that's going to win the Triple Crown, hasn't been bred yet, hasn't even been born yet. That's the person with the real vision that can see out in advance what's going to happen and wants to help financially, not just with their time. There's lots and lots of people out there that want to exchange their time for equity, and there's a lot less people that are willing to put money into a project before the money arrives, before there is real proof that it's going to happen. Now, this is an unusual project because the proof is already all over the internet that this works, and even the technologies that I've devised over the last 25 years have a whole bunch of proof behind them, that all you have to do is ask the people if they'll return your phone calls. They're all big, they're all multimillionaires, and there's even a billionaire or two that knows what this technology can do that you can ask, but you probably won't get a reply. But you can dig it out of the internet. It takes a little work. It takes a little due diligence to see how powerful this stuff is, and then you're on board and you can put up what you can afford. You don't want to put up more or less. Both are a mistake. Put up as much as you're comfortable with, but no more. It should be matching what your comfort level is with risk, what your tolerance for risk is. We call it risk tolerance, and how much of a visionary you are. You know, if you got 100 large to make 10 million in the next year or two, well, put it up. It's a best investment you'll ever make. If you only have a few thousand, well, put that in. Just get it in. You know, don't even think about it. Don't ask your mother-in-law if it's okay, or your accountant when he comes back from his vacation in a month. That's going to be too late. You won't be able to afford it then. You have to decide and then do it. Otherwise, it's just going to go bye-bye, because this is going to happen really fast. And if you want to see a opportunity to get away from you real fast, like within hours or a few days, well, this is it. This is the one that just goes bye-bye, and it just went to the moon and back a few times, and it left you looking, wait a minute, what I wanted to do the 5,000 and it's 50,000 now. What happened? Well, you didn't do it fast enough. So it's a really narrow window. There's hardly anybody, less than just a few hundred people that are going to get in on this for small amounts compared to what this thing's going to do. I mean, it's crazy big and crazy ideas. Everything's big and lots of zeros, and I'm not even going to go into how big, or not going to guarantee anything, none of that. I don't do the mess around with regulatory stuff. It's just a franchise. It's digital. It's powerful. We're riding the snake at the bottom of the world's oceans. It's the craziest lever ever in the history of business, 8,000 years of business. Nothing's ever produced money like this in social media, Bezos, Amazon.com, Zuckerberg, Ellison, Page. All these guys are making money from a very, very, very powerful lever that is the biggest lever in the history of human business, and most of it's only a few years old, and it changes every 15 minutes, and most people don't even know it's there. Most people don't even know what the terminology is. Most people just can't get their brain around it, and they run from it, pretty much. And this is the opposite. This is where we've got a whole bunch of experience with it, and we know what to do to ride the snake, and we're going to make an absurd, I mean scary amounts of money, and we're going to do it for some really big agendas, like ocean systems and land habitat and kids that are going to die again tonight, 25,000 of them, and some pets that we're going to destroy because they're inconvenient, about 10 million of them. Dogs, cats, snakes, reptiles, horses. We just get rid of them because, I don't know, we're pretty messed up. Humans are pretty messed up. They don't think very much. I mean, we just do stuff. So we're going to try to help with some of that. And this Deerleap is just a example. It's a metaphor for what's going to happen in this group over the next month or two. We're going to be adding large vessels, some larger than Deerleap. Deerleap's 92 feet. It's pretty old. It's not really popular with the jet set. Everybody wants a $30 million brand new Tiger Woods boat from Christensen Yachts or whatever, Ocean Alexander. They don't want the old. And they sit and they sink and they aren't appreciated. And we appreciate them and their history and what they can do from a marketing perspective and what they can do for people's mental attitude and their ability to get out of harm's way and learn something for a change and learn some things that aren't of a marketing nature. That makes it easier to learn the marketing stuff if you become a navigator, if you learn how to pilot a vessel, if you learn currents, tides, weather, flight, navigation. All those things can make you a different marketer, a different business owner, a different visionary. They teach you things. They teach you language. They teach you symbols. They teach you how to think. They teach you logic. You don't have to be a brain surgeon or a nuclear physicist in order to think logically. You just have to practice at it. And there's a lot of really fun things that you can do, like crossing an ocean on your own boat as the captain, doing all the nav work. That takes a lot of critical thinking. Somebody might die if you didn't do it right. You can't do that right away. You have to learn from somebody. And then you can do it a little bit at a time, and pretty soon you're good enough to do it yourself and take some people with you, and they'll trust you. That's called captainship. That's not easy, but it's something worth pursuing. And you can become a big marketer. At the same time, you can become a captain or flying into Alaska with a bush plane or learning how to put up sails and do marlinspike and learn seamanship or lots of things that we plan to teach that really directly are not how to blog and how to build a list and how to do a media wiki site and what to do with a team that's not doing very well and how to motivate them. No, these are skills that will make that easy. It will make that really easy because you learn new ways of looking at the world and you learn new symbols, new skills, new languages, new patterns, new ways of thinking. And everybody responds to that because they want to learn all that stuff too. And they want to do that stuff and do the marketing sort of on the side. We're kind of 90% fun and learning all this stuff everybody wants to learn anyway, and 10% marketing. And when you get that right, and you get that mix right, with the right vessel or island to support it, guess what? Here comes all the money. It's kind of simple. But not very many people think this way. So they run from me because I think funny. Like I have this Rosetta Stone, I roll into the room and say, didn't you guys ever think of this? No, they show me the door. Oh well, there's another Homer Gomer. Off they go to Small Thinkville again. It's kind of the way it is. So this is just the start of a really, really big explosion of assets, both on the digital side. We're going to build some crazy digital assets too. We're not just going to have yachts and islands and the bicycle, the BICY, Bus Island, Crow's Nest, that's the high country, the equestrian ranch with the mile of river frontage, you fly fish in and you see the mountains, it's awesome. And the yacht, Bus Island, Crow's Nest yacht, the BICY, the first four letters in bicycle. We're also going to do the CLE, the Content Leverage Empire. We're going to do the digital stuff, the X-Rumor, and the Scrapebox, and the Media Wiki Farms with 10 million Creative Commons pages. Not hard to do. and the network blogs, and lots of other stuff. I have hundreds of digital infrastructures waiting to come to work for hundreds of domains, hundreds of ideas, lots and lots, scores of embedded business models. You can just pick a few, pick 3 of them, make some money, and then pick 3 more and put those to work. Don't stick with one. One means you're just a rep. You're just a commission sales rep. You need several. And people who are not lying to you and don't have some hidden agenda will tell you, why don't you have 10 businesses? They're digital. They're not hard to put 10 up. Make them work. Outsource it. Move the people through and make some money and do some good things. Money is just a tool for either getting into trouble or solving problems, including big ones, like the environment, like people who are dying in Africa or wherever. It can solve those problems. It can't solve all the problems, but it can solve a lot of them. You can have a whole bunch of fun making money while you're solving problems. That's what you should be doing. Having a whole bunch of fun, making money, and solving a lot of problems. That's how you make the money, is solve problems. That's how you make the money properly, instead of just take it from somebody or manipulate your way into it or do a win-lose in an equity trade or something. Make the money solving other people's problems and everybody wins. And so does the environment. You want the environment to win. Otherwise, we all go extinct. That's not a good idea. I don't really want to go extinct. I don't even know if we can save it. We've gone a long ways toward that extinction cliff, haven't we? But we can try. Let's try. Why not? We can have a whole bunch of fun trying, and even if it melts down, oh well, we tried. We had fun, and we solved some problems at least along the way. That's all you can ask, really, I think. So this is the end of the here comes Marrowstone, bone marrow of the project, yachts, eventually islands, mountain hideaways, lots of other stuff. Won't go into beyond the scope of this video. And then the digital is going to come as fast. They're going to come in lockstep almost, because one's going to feed the other, it's going to feed the one, and we're going to have live streaming videos aboard yachts and islands and mountain cabins in a few weeks. And it's going to surprise everybody because of the size of the assets. It's going to surprise everybody. It's like, well, where did all that come from? What the heck was that? Like the Butch Cassidy. Who are those guys? What's coming up that hill with the light? What they got, dogs? What? Yeah, that's what this is going to be. This is a Klingon bird of prey fleet with cloaking devices. Warp 13 engines, cloaking devices. No one's going to see it coming. It's just going to go around the world every 30 minutes, and you won't even see it go across the sky. That's the cloaking part. It's kind of crazy stuff. Big thing. So dig deep into the videos and look us up and vet us. Don't bother to come in if it doesn't ring your bell. Don't bother, because we're only interested in a match. We want matching of, you're a visionary, you've got the money, you've got the gumption, you want to go for it, you want to do something for your environment, for your planet, and you want to make a whole bunch of money in the process and have a whole bunch of fun the rest of your life. Just, we call it the epic or extreme play year night shift. That means 51 and a half weeks of fun and a half a week to pay your respects and sign some tax returns and buy some more boats. Not that hard. 51 and a half weeks. Extreme play year night shift. That's with the K in front. Night shift. This is Knights of the Realm. This is not customers. This is not partners, not JV partners, not affiliates. It's just knights. Just a bunch of knights making a bunch of money together as wholly owned sovereign people. Sovereign. No more slavery. Get rid of the slavery thought. That's dumb. Paul Marks signing off, a.k.a. Steve.